Hey everybody, it's Tammy and I'm back. As you can see, I'm outside. It is a beautiful January day and I have a new bag to introduce to you guys. So let's get right to it. Alright, so we're back. Now Endurax contacted me a while ago and asked me if I would be interested in doing a review of one of their drone photography bags, and I said sure, why not? So they sent me a bag and I've been testing it, and I wanted to introduce this bag to you guys today and give you an idea of exactly what this bag is like. Now on their site, this is the P01 drone photography bag from Endurax. On their website, they say that this bag is waterproof, and the way that the bag is set up, the top and the front are made of this hard material, and water will definitely just drip right off of here. The outside of the bag, the water will probably just roll off. The zippers, they do not have zipper garages on the end. And by a zipper garage, what I mean is there's this little tiny pocket that when you push the zipper back, it goes into that pocket and covers it so that water doesn't leak inside. This doesn't have it. However, the zippers, they're not exactly sealed. I don't think the bag is waterproof. I think it's water resistant. I think if you really soaked this bag, with it being wintertime, I can't really test it that well. You would definitely probably at some point get water inside, and it would probably come in through your zippers. But otherwise, the material on this is really nice. So let's get started on introducing you to the bag itself. Now, like I said, the top and the front have this hard material, kind of like the low pro Protactic bags have. It's this hard shell on the top. The top also has the stretchable bungee cords that you can actually adjust. You can put up here, I've seen pictures of people putting like a mat up here, especially if you're a macro photographer and you need to kneel on the ground, you can put a mat up here. People put their jackets up here, sleeping bags. This is definitely not an overnight camping bag. It does not have the room for everything you need. But if you're going out with a blanket to a sunset shoot or something like that, you could definitely put your roll blanket up here. On the sides, you have two large mesh pockets on both sides of the bag. On this side, I have my tripod. Now, the tripod fits really well up here. When you put this bag on, the tripod does not move. I don't have it cinched down as hard as I had it before because I was going to use this tripod and decided differently, so I put it back in here. So my tripod is on this side, and you just unconnect the strap and take your tripod out. And then you have your large mesh pocket. Now these, it looks like it's not going to hold your tripod very well because of where it is on the bag itself. Usually these cinch straps are up higher to hold the top of your tripod. But actually, when I was walking around and bending over and stuff, the tripod never moved. So that was kind of surprising. That I do like. The tripod does not move. Now this pocket here unzips, but it only goes to the top of the mesh pocket. And when you open it up, there's a big, deep pocket that your hand goes all the way to the very bottom. Mine's not right now because the rain cover is in there. This bag does come with a rain cover. It's not attached to the bag, so you can put it anywhere that you want. But then your hand goes all the way down to the very bottom. So that is a very nice size pocket. I choose to store this inside of there. And then you just zip it back up. On the other side, you also have a mesh pocket in here. You also have the same cinch strap, and I put my gimbal over here. And then I just take that off. Whoop. I'll talk about the gimbal later on in another video. And you have your mesh pocket, you have your cinch strap, but then you also have another unzip pocket. But this one, when you unzip it, goes all the way around and opens up. This has a pocket inside of it that goes all the way down to the bottom. My drone blades are in here along with the 2 straps that you can strap your gear in inside the bag itself. You have 4 elastic loops at the top that are small and 3 larger ones at the bottom. My remote for my camera is in here, and my shower caps inside this little mesh pocket for the front of my lens for spray or anything like that. And that's actually quite nice. You can put drone accessories in here. You can slide a power bar down in here, flashlights, anything that you need, pens, a pad of paper, anything like that can go inside of here. And then you just zip it back up. Now, on the back of the bag, on the side of the bag, actually, we'll talk about that while we're over here. Let me cinch this back up. Okay, there is a rather large pocket back here, all the way from top to bottom. And in here, you have room for a 17-inch laptop and a 10-inch tablet. The tablet pouch, there's a sleeve in here you can put it in. This is my iPad Pro 10.5 inside of a thick case, and it fits inside that tablet sleeve perfectly. No pushing, no pulling, no straining to get it in there. It just slides right in. Now, if you're like me, I don't carry a laptop with me when I go out into the park. I break things like you wouldn't believe. I've started carrying my tablet because I've been editing some images while I've been out off of my other camera. But you could put a jacket in here. I mean, this thing is huge. It is huge. I mean, it's massive. You could put a jacket in here. For that matter, you could probably put a pair of tennis shoes in there if you wanted to. You could put a blanket in there. This has innumerable uses right here. It's huge. Now, the top of the bag, like I said, has that hard cover, but when you unzip it, it has its own little compartment area right here in the top of the bag, okay? Now, inside of here, I have my case for my Micro Wireless Go, microfiber cloth, my cleaning cloths. This is my memory card holder, almost for, see, memory, see, there you go. I have an extra insert for the inside of my bag. My vlog camera that I'm currently vlogging with, which is the Canon M50, that also sits in the top of here. So I have room in here for all of that, and probably a little bit more. But the cool thing about this is it comes with its own divider, so that you can divide it out if you want to put your camera in the top of here only and everything else inside. And this bottom portion here pulls completely out. So if you have a camera with a longer lens, you can actually access your camera from the top of the bag, which is really kind of nice. Now, my Sigma 150 to 600 will not fit in this bag because the lens hood that goes on the front of that lens is too big. The lens itself will fit, the lens hood will not, and I'll show you why. So you have a really nice, large top pouch on this bag. Now, the front of the bag, this is how you access your gear. If you know anything about me and you've seen me do my bag reviews before and you've seen what I carry, you know that I like a back open bag. I like the security of the back open. I like the fact that I can lay it down on the front and get any mud there instead of on the shoulder straps and then onto me. But this is a front open bag. I wish that it were a back open bag, but it's not. So before we go any further though, and before I introduce you to this, let me talk about the back. So you have these shoulder straps. They're padded, but they're not thickly padded. They are actually very comfortable. I was surprised with all the weight that's inside of this bag. They're actually very comfortable. It comes with your shoulder adjustment strap, so you can adjust how the bag sits upon your back, how close it sits. It has your sternum strap, which is really nice. Your metal loops to hang things off of if you need to. It also has your waist belt. Now, the waist belt on this bag, let me put these back here so I can show you. The waist belt only comes around to here. And then this is your actual belt that you clipped in the front of you. It's comfortable, it's nice. I like a belt like this that comes all the way around and only has a small portion here. It sits on my hips better, and as a woman with big hips, it's not, this belt here is pushing on here. It's not uncomfortable, but I think after walking for a while, it probably would be. But this belt is not removable. Okay, let me say that again. This belt is not removable. However, the belt is tuckable. So you can actually take the belt and tuck it inside the back of the bag, and it completely disappears. So if you don't want to use the waist belt, you can actually tuck it away. And that's actually kind of nice, because I do know there's some people that do not like a waist belt, and then you can just tuck this away, and it gives you a really nice little lumbar support too. These right here, your back supports, they're nice, they're foamy, they're comfortable. They actually are very comfy on your back. I was kind of feeling like I was getting a back massage wearing this thing. But there's a nice little system that goes up the center here to help airflow so that your back isn't getting too hot. Even in the wintertime when we walk, we sweat sometimes, but I didn't notice any of that. But these are actually very, very comfy. I was surprised. The bottom of the bag has these nubs on them so that when you set your bag down on the ground, you're not setting it, these actually help make the bag stand up, and it's not falling over. I'll show you the one thing about this bag that I don't like whenever I go on, when I show you the inside. But these are actually kind of nice to have on the bottom of here, because then they take all of the mud, they sit down in the dirt and the grass and everything, and you're not icking up the bottom of your bag too much. So let's look at the inside. Now this is a photography and drone bag. It's a combination bag. So they've made it so that you can carry both your drone and your photography gear at the exact same time. Now, I do not carry a drone. It is very, very rare that I will ever carry a drone or use a drone, only because there's not many places here in Northeast Ohio that you can fly a drone. The state parks won't allow you to fly. The metro parks don't allow you to fly. And some cities are banning them because of the way people are using them. So I don't carry mine anymore. I leave it at home. I very rarely use it. But for the purposes of this review, I have mine with me. So like I said, this has a nice hard front on it. It is an open front, so you just unzip it. And this is the front of your bag. Now this little handy dandy item right here is an organizer for your drone gear. This comes right off, so that you can take this off and have it with you outside the bag, and it has all of your accessories right on here. And what it is it has little stretchy elastic loops that you can place your cables, your batteries, anything that you need to put on here. You can also put your blades on here if you want your blades on here. I have my controlling cables for my RC controller to my iPhone and my Android. This is a little pouch that is attached to me. It also attaches to the inside of the bag. And inside here, I have my drone filters and my registration information. And that's the inside of here. There's not really a whole lot of room in here. My drone batteries do not fit in this or on this. My drone batteries are big, so they will not fit on here. But then when you're done with it, you just take it and pop it right back on there, and you're done. Now, this is nice. This is really nice because this keeps your gear from falling out if you have to access your bag. Also, this can serve as a landing pad if you want to for your drone. I have another thing I want to show you in a minute that no one else has thought of, and I thought it was kind of cool. But you can also use this, but this just comes right out, and you can lay this off to the side if you choose to. But this allows your gear to stay in. Now this is my gear. I have the Olympus OMD EM1 Mark II with the 12-100. I have the 1-400 Panasonic, my filters, my drone batteries, my camera batteries. This little handy thing here is just like the gray one, but it's colored red for your drone. It designates that area as your drone. You take this off, and underneath here, I have my drone, my controller, and my 60mm macro with extension tubes. Now on the bottom, I have my accessory pouch. This is my Shimoda accessory pouch. I put that on the bottom because the bottom of this bag is really flimsy. It's padded, but not as padded as I would like to protect my gear. And it moves. But you know, it's protective enough. So it's not going to break or anything or fall off. It's not like flimsy. But anyway, you have your drone in here. So you have your drone, and this is my Mavic Air, and then RC controller. and then the rest of your photography gear. Now my batteries are too large to fit either here or in the side. I have these and they're huge, so they also go there's all three of them are right down inside of here. But the one thing that I haven't noticed a lot of people talking about is another little cool thing with this bag. And I was sitting, putting my bag together, and I thought about this. I'm like, if I don't want to use this, there's another really cool thing. So you're out, you want to fly, but the ground is kind of icky and you're not too sure if you want to take off. Where are you going to put your drone? Okay. People just, you got to be careful where you land these things. Sand gets in them, dirt gets in them, mud gets in them. You've got a landing pad right on the front of your bag. This is hard enough that you can actually land and take off right here on your bag. So this actually doubles as not only a protective waterproof cover for the front of your bag, but it also is a really nice little landing pad too. So, I mean, that's something I haven't heard anybody else talk about with this bag. So you can actually use that as a landing pad. Now, if you have a larger drone, you'll have to watch because your feet might go off the edges. I'm not too sure. This is the Mavic Air. It fits perfectly on there and I can land it however I want. And it's a perfect, solid spot to land a drone. So I thought that was kind of cool. I really did. Now, this bag, like I said, this bag is a great bag. I really was surprised when I got this bag, how well put together it was. I wasn't expecting this bag to be as put together as it was. There's a couple of things, like I said, I don't like about it. The fact that it is a front open bag. I prefer a back open bag. The waist belt, I prefer to come around a little further to kind of help put pressure off of my hips. And also the bottom is kind of flimsy for me. But otherwise, this is an excellent beginner drone photography bag. If all you do is fly a drone, this is awesome. If all you do is photography, this is awesome. If you do both, this is still awesome. I highly recommend this bag. I will put a link in the description below on how you can get one. I'm still trying to decide if I'm keeping this bag or not. I don't know. I don't fly a drone that much, and if I take my drone out, I have room for the rest of my macro gear. But we'll see. I'm gonna have to play with it a little while longer and see how it works and everything for me. But otherwise, I highly recommend this bag, guys. This is the Endurax P01 drone photography bag. Check it out. If you have any questions, any concerns, any comments or anything, please leave them below in the comments section. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.